This is the exact system we use to make Amazon PPC auto campaigns that print sales for our clients. For example, this is for 1 month for 3 campaigns, came out to a total of 20,000 sales with the almost 3 ROAS with the super low 0.71 cost per click. Most sellers set up auto campaigns, just let them run, and then wonder why they're bleeding money. So I'm here to tell you exactly the pros and cons of auto campaigns, how to exactly set them up, and then how to optimize them further. Now, when structured properly, auto campaigns can do so many good things for you, such as keyword discovery engines. This is the most important thing that we need auto campaigns for. Discovery. I'll go deeper into that. Cost efficient scaling tools. Amazon PPC is super competitive nowadays with cost per click super high, especially for auto campaigns and phrase match campaigns. So we want to identify new levers that maximize our profitability while bringing in sales at the same time. That's exactly what auto campaigns are for. It's drivers of lower tacos plus higher organic ranking if used right. Now, the secret isn't avoiding auto campaigns. It's setting them up with the right rules and systems. Because if you don't do this, then it can get really messy and it can get all out of sorts. Now, rule number 1, block your branded traffic, especially if you're getting a lot from off of Amazon. Now, I say this because we don't want to let our brand terms inflate performance. Remember, auto campaigns, the simple goal is we're trying to discover new keywords and be super profitable in it. If we're just running ads and Amazon's getting us for our own brand terms, we're not getting any new data. You'd capture those sales anyways, or we have other campaigns built in place for that. The auto's purpose is discovery of new traffic. This is the most important thing. So what we want to do is block your brand first with negative phrase. I say phrase because there can be a lot of different phrases of your actual brand name, misspelling, so on and so forth. Now, the key takeaway is stop wasting spend on what you already own. Now, if you don't have any other campaigns set up for your own brand, that's what we do here first. Start running some brand defense campaigns that are already protecting your brand equity, like bidding on your exact match keywords, running sponsored brand campaigns, sponsored brand video campaigns, product targeting campaigns. Those are what we want our brand defense campaigns to be, not the auto campaigns. The purpose is discovery. Hey, if you're an Amazon seller serious about scaling your business on Amazon, we're offering a free in-depth audit of your brand. We'll cover exactly what's working, what's not working, and give you a plan of action to efficiently scale. So it should be the first link in the bio and also in the comments, and we'll get that forward to you. Now let's get back to the video. Now, the second most important rule we want to follow is block irrelevant traffic even before we start running these campaigns. We want to eliminate waste before it starts because we don't want to waste hundreds or even thousands of dollars 2 weeks later and seeing terms that are completely irrelevant for our product that we could have cut out right from the beginning. So for example, if we're selling premium stainless steel bottles, block out plastic water bottle. We know people that are searching for plastic water bottle are looking for cheap options where our premium option probably can't afford to be, right? So if you're in the same situation and you know exactly which phrases or exactly what products we don't want to target for, use a negative phrase, okay? Especially if a lot of variations of different keywords, use a negative phrase because if you if you do a negative exact, it can miss out a lot of different simulations of keywords and we're still gonna waste a lot of money. But the key takeaway is we're trying to protect budget by filtering garbage traffic up front. Now, vice versa, we can do the same for competitor branded traffic, but only smartly. It's only if we have campaigns already built in place for this. So let me build upon this. Be strategic with competitor terms, okay? If you know you convert well for competitor terms or the products, you should already have exact match campaigns and product targeting campaigns built in place. I might link a video here of what video I have about it. But auto campaigns, we don't need that because we already know what terms or brands we convert well for or we don't convert well for. So if you're running competitor campaigns already, just block them on auto because we don't need inflated data or to focus our efforts on this. If not, then you can let auto run. You might snag a few surprise wins. Especially if you don't know which competitors you will convert well for or which ones you should target, let them run in the auto campaign, see if it converts well. If it doesn't, then just block it out. Later on in the video, I'll show you how to do that. But the key takeaway is we're trying to block with intent, not blindly based off of data. I'll link another video here of mine of Amazon ad strategies in 2025 that sort of builds upon this while targeting sponsored brand videos and sponsored display ads for retargeting and also your competitor ASINs. Now let's get into exactly what auto campaigns actually do. What is the main purpose we're here for? Number 1 is discovery. This is the most important thing whether you're launching a new product or you're just a seller already selling for months or years. And I'll go over exactly why it's very important. We're trying to find new keywords and ASINs simultaneously and constantly every month. And I say always because there's always new products we can target. There's always new keywords that come into the market based off of search volume or trends that if we don't run auto campaigns, we might never know that we can convert well on this. This is why it's super important for discovery. We need these new keyword and ASIN opportunities to extract and further build upon. So the whole point of auto campaign is pretty much to discover new keywords while getting profitable sales at a low cost per click compared to different campaigns and using these keywords and deciding whether we should make their own separate campaigns targeting it. So it's a mix and match of both, which is why it's heavily underutilized and one of the best things for Amazon PPC. So the second thing, cost efficient scaling. Like if you look at it, Amazon exact match campaigns, phrase match, broad match are super expensive compared to just auto campaigns, at least like 30-40% cheaper. So some terms perform better in auto than manual also. Like you'll have terms that are in auto campaigns at a much lower cost per click, converting better than that same term in a phrase match campaign or exact match campaign at double the bid. Why is this? Nobody knows. It's just Amazon's algorithm. Some terms perform well in one campaign and not well in the other. That's why it's constantly a game of optimization. Now let's go into the 4 different types of auto campaigns, the different match types, and exactly what are the pros and cons of each. So the first one is close match. So if you put a close match auto campaign, we're targeting highly relevant terms compared to our product. So Amazon shows your ad where a shopper searches terms very closely related to your product. So this is pretty much an exact match campaign or phrase match, sort of in the same sort of realm. So if we sell blue running shoes, close match may target searches like blue sneakers or running shoes, very similar. And these tend to have higher relevance and conversion rates, but are typically the closest match and the least discovery focused one. Now on the other side, we have loose match campaigns, which is broader relevance. Okay, so Amazon shows your ad for broader, less direct search terms. So pretty much broad match campaigns and product targeting campaigns just in an auto campaign. So for example, blue running shoes, loose match could show for athletic shoes as a whole or sports footwear. So this is the more discovery phase of the auto campaign. It's going to garner a lot of keywords. A lot won't convert well. A lot might convert well, but you never would have known about these keywords unless you started running these campaigns. So these drive more traffic, but often with lower conversion compared to close match. So loose match campaigns need to be constantly optimized, which I'll show you later in this video, because there's gonna be so many terms that are a little bit loose in terms of your product market fit. So you have to extract ones, negate ones, so on and so forth. But it's a really powerful tool, especially for the discovery phase. So the next one we have is substitutes. These are pretty much direct competitor ASINs. Your ad appears on competitor ASIN detail pages where Amazon thinks your product is a substitute. So pretty much a direct competitor of what your actual listing is. If you sell Nike running shoes, your ad might show up on an Adidas shoe listing. Makes sense, especially if your product is very competitive in the market. You have good pricing, unique selling proposition. Substitute is a perfect thing because Amazon will garner up so many direct competitors, and obviously it starts running the ads. And if it's a high conversion rate, we want to extract that further on. And the last one we have is compliments, which is perfect for cross-selling opportunities. Your ad appears on competitor ASIN detail pages where Amazon thinks your product is a substitute. So something that is perfectly a complement to your actual product that a customer might want to buy 2 in 1. So if you sell Nike running shoes, your ad might show up on an Adidas shoe listing. Very similar. Or if you sell a water bottle, it might show up on a hiking bag, something very similar to it that can be complemented together. So close match, loose match, complements, and substitutes. Close match and loose match are primarily the 2 ones that are going to have the most discovery phase, while complements and substitutes are going to give you those product ASINs that we can target further in their own campaigns. So let's get into how we can actually start running these campaigns. So there's 2 campaigns which we're going to set up. First one is going to be a close and loose match together. Second one is going to be a substitute and complements together. And I'll show you exactly why we do this. So we set it up this way for our clients because this segmentation makes optimization 10 times easier, especially when analyzing the search term report. So close and loose match are going to give you so many different keywords, okay? Lots of keywords. Loose is going to give you a lot more broad, close is going to be a lot more exact, but it makes it much easier to later go into the search term report and extract these keywords one by one. If we put all 4 together, all 4 ad types, Amazon will spread the data out. And when you extract the data, it'll be all over the place because you're going to have product ASINs in there. You're going to have broad match keywords, loose match keywords, close keywords. Everything's going to be all out of mix. So pretty much we want 2 separate campaigns, one's for product targeting and one's for keyword targeting. So when we go into the actual search term report, we can extract one by one in a much easier process. Okay, so let's actually set up these campaigns now. So in terms of your ad group name, so pretty much first start off with your ASIN name. That's what we do, ASIN. Whatever your ASIN name is. Then, for example, close and loose match campaign. Pretty simple. Discovery. Oops, I can't spell. Discovery. Keep it pretty simple like that. ASIN, close and loose match, discovery. Okay. Now, when we go here, leave this as Amazon beyond, unless you're Amazon business, which you probably aren't. So leave that as is. Now, in terms of your products, 1 product only. Okay. And I say 1 product only because if you put a lot of products together in the same campaign, the budget's going to get spread out. There's going to be so many different keywords. Like when you extract in the search term report, it's going to be a pain in the butt. One product, 1 ad group, 1 campaign type. That is the golden rule, okay? So pretty much enter your list of your ASIN, put your ASIN here, search it here, and we're going to go to the next step. So for targeting, we're going to hit automatic targeting, obviously. Now, when we go here, they're going to give you 2 options. You can either set a default bid or set bids by targeting group, okay? We want to hit set bids by targeting group. Now, this is where all 4 of these match types show up. Close match, loose match, substitutes, complements. Now, obviously for this campaign, it's close and loose match, so it just hit off on substitute and complements. Now, Amazon will give you a bid. Already here, 75 cents. What I want to do is I want to lower it at least by 10-15%. I want to put 0.60. Now, I say this because we don't know exactly what we're going to convert well for or how much Amazon's going to actually bid on these prices. And they can say one number, but maybe at a 0.6 bid, we might convert as high as well compared to 0.75. But we would have never known unless we actually start out with it. So for example, we start at 0.6 and it's not converting for whatever reason. Increase it to 0.65, increase it to 0.7, 0.75 after a day or two and analyze the data if it's actually converting well, if you're actually getting traffic or not. Okay? But if you don't do this, you would never know you could have got the same sales or clicks at 15 cents lower. So this is very important that you want to do out the gate. Now the next thing is negative keyword targeting. Like I said, if you have the exact your own brand names, your competitor ASINs that you know exactly you don't want to target, or specific phrases that are completely irrelevant for you, put them in here as a negative phrase. I really emphasize negative phrase because we don't want it, so many different phrases that we cut out that we start running ads for. So negative phrase, whatever keyword targeting you want to do here, but make sure you only do this for terms you know exactly you will not convert for at all based off actual market research. So in terms of negative product targeting, I wouldn't worry too much about this because you have no actual idea whether you convert well for product or not. Amazon will just give you a whole list. So I would leave this for now, unless you know a listing that exactly there's no way for you to ever convert well on, but I would leave it out for now. Now, when we go to campaign bidding strategy, this is where we want to go down only, okay? Now, Amazon's saying to use dynamic bids up and down, but obviously Amazon just wants you to spend more money. If it's up and down, Amazon can go up and it can go down depending on what they want. I recommend down only because we want to be as cost efficient in auto campaign. It's not exact match campaigns. We're really trying to convert well on these keywords. We're trying to discover new keywords, okay? So down only allows us to stay fixed at this rate. And if we're overspending, it'll just automatically lower it. And if we're not getting any sales, we'll just increase the bid, like I said, by 10 cents, 15 cents. And then if it performs bad, it'll come down naturally. And we want to be in control, so make sure you hit dynamic bids down only. In terms of bid adjustments, we don't want to do anything here because we have no actual data. For exact match campaigns, obviously you try to go more top of search, so on and so forth, but we know nothing so far, so leave this all out. Don't touch anything here. Last thing, campaign name, do the exact same thing. So product name, close and loose match, discovery, put it in a portfolio. Now daily budget, okay? I really recommend starting out with a daily budget at least over $30. And most likely or not, you will not spend this much money out the gate because we're starting out at a lower bid anyways. We're just trying to see if we convert well for these keywords or we actually get some clicks. So start out with at least some sort of a budget. You probably spend $10 the first day, okay? Then 15, depending on how the actual clicks are going, you increase your bid, so on and so forth. But we want enough data over a 2-week period to really figure out exactly what are some keyword opportunities that we can further build upon. Then obviously hit launch campaign and then do the exact same thing for the substitutes and complements. The exact same strategy I gave you here. So instead of close and loose match here, we're going to hit substitutes and complements. Same sort of bid strategy, dynamic bids down only, any negatives, and start those campaigns. Now the real magic happens here in the optimization stage for auto campaigns. So analyze every 1 to 2 weeks, ideally I say 2 weeks, all the terms and ASINs in there. So pull your search term report and figure out and extract all the keyword data. What are some converted keywords that we can keep in auto, maybe clone into an exact or phrase? What are we wasting spend on? What are we spending more than $10, $15, $20 and we did not convert a single sale? Whether this is a keyword or this is a product ASIN. Once we identify that, we negate that in those campaigns because we don't want to waste more money. Auto campaigns is a constant game of optimization. What are some winning ASINs? What are some ASINs we convert well for based off the data in the auto campaigns? Because then we know we can put these in their own product targeting campaigns. That is very important. Now we can further build upon these ASINs and getting more sales because of them will naturally build our bestseller rank on Amazon. Losing ASINs, block out, like I said. But the key takeaway is auto is literally a keyword mining machine. It's like it's a machine that you're oiling or you're cleaning up every 2 weeks because it's not going to run properly if we don't do that. So every 2 weeks you go and you extract what keywords can I build upon. Okay, let's push it up. What can we cut out? Okay, let's throw it to waste. And every 2 weeks you're going to identify new opportunities and so many new keywords are going to be there for ripe for the taking at a low cost per click, which is the most important thing. Another example we can do is we can build branch campaigns. So if a keyword branch is winning, scale it. So for example, we go into search term report, and water bottle for gym is crushing it. This is a term we're absolutely crushing it in a close and loose match. Now we can create a dedicated campaign for this. So expand the root keyword. Whether it's water bottle for gym, you can go gym water bottle. That's another term. Exact phrase or broad match. Just start running out different variation campaigns of this one keyword because we are converting well for it. So start an exact match campaign for a water bottle for gym, a phrase match campaign for water bottle for gym, a broad match for water bottle for gym because we know we convert well for this now. Key takeaways: feed the winners into manual campaigns for scale. But I'm going to go over one thing that you do not want to do in terms of this also. So the number one golden rule for auto campaigns: do not negate a good keyword performing well in an auto campaign and convert it into an exact match. So if we find keywords or products that convert well, it's fine to totally go make new campaigns targeting this specifically, but do not negate this in that current existing auto campaign. People have this fear of cannibalization. If I have two keywords that I'm targeting different campaigns or two products I'm targeting two campaigns, I'm wasting 2 times the spend. This is not how it works. Amazon does not work by this. In an auto campaign, the keyword can show up anywhere, okay? And you have no idea how it'll perform in a new campaign. Amazon's data is crazy. If you have a keyword that performs well in an auto campaign, you run in a different exact match campaigns, that might not perform as well in the auto campaign due to a variety of reasons. Now imagine the auto campaign is much cheaper too. The cost per click is 65 cents, for example, but the same keyword in a new exact match campaign is $1. And maybe at $1, it performs even worse than what's actually in this new campaign. So by negating it, you ruin all the process you built into Amazon's algorithm. It's always a game of A/B testing and optimization for PPC. You never know what's going to perform well. So never negate a good keyword in a campaign. So if you don't know how to make a search term report, go to Amazon search term report, obviously in Seller Central, sponsor product. We're going to go here. We're going to hit search term. We're going to identify all the search terms. And we want to do summary. So if you're looking for the last 2 weeks, for example, you started running the campaign 2 weeks ago, start running for 2 weeks. Once you go into the actual search term report, it'll show you each specific campaign, filter it out so that's only for that campaign, and it's going to show all the search terms and keywords. I'll make a video about this later on. Maybe I'll link it down below. And then you can sort of filter out exactly what keywords we can focus on and what keywords we can negate. So to finish off, when you follow the system, auto campaigns stop being a money pit and start becoming your keyword discovery plus sales engine, which is super important for Amazon in 2025 as PPC has gotten super competitive. Block what doesn't matter. Let Amazon test the rest. Double down on your winners. This is the exact process we use with our clients to scale PPC while keeping tacos super healthy. For example, we took this brand to only spending $24,000 and achieving $132,000 in PPC sales, all with the ACoS of 18% and 0.21 cost per click because we relied super heavily on auto campaigns. So here's the further data: $536,000 out of 4% tacos. So that is exactly how we set up auto campaigns for our clients. Let me know your thoughts or any questions. I'll be more than glad to help. If you want to work with me and my team, there'll be a link in the bio for my website where you can hop on a call and discuss exactly how our 3-phase revenue growth system works and how it can apply to your brand specifically. So link in bio, leave a like, subscribe, and have a wonderful day.